what going global means to me. Going global for me means to build different bridges and connections between communities, countries, and even continents, searching for better resources and talent across cultural and political boundaries. I believe the main concern for a person who wants to be global is having the needed resources to reach different communities, countries, and cultures, besides doing this in a way that gains their trust and their respect. To be in touch with the global community, you need to have the right mindset. This means being open-minded and never judge another person based on their background, their skin color, their language skills, or even their mental capacity. When you're working in a global environment, you will be in contact with many different people of different races, religions, and cultures to which you should show respect. Nowadays, being in touch with the local community is so much easier than before, thanks to the internet and the social media platforms. The main values of a global person are respect, innovation, responsibility, and generosity. This because all of this helps to connect with other person. They help create new and better things that helps more and more people and contribute to a community with resources, even if these resources are only intellectual, because education is the key to open the doors to the world to anyone. I believe that the attitudes and ideologies that go against global are conformism, fear, and closed-mindedness. And as an ideology, I believe that socialism and communism are those that go against progress and sharing of resources, which is what being global or globalization represents. I believe we need to be global both in our business and in our daily lives because it literally opens a world of possibilities to us. Being or going global, it's all about getting greater resources, customer opportunities, and even gains because the world is open to us to search and get the best price, quality of service according to our needs. It even expands our horizons of our service and our customers. These are the pros of cons that I consider to being global. Going global or globalization has the potential to make this world a better place to live and solve some of the deep-seated problems like unemployment and poverty. One of the pros is free trade. This is supposed to reduce barriers such as tariffs, value-add taxes, subsidies, and other barriers between nations. Free trade promotes global economic growth, creates jobs, makes companies more competitive, and lowers prices for customers. 2. Provides poor countries with the chance to develop economically and surprisingly prosperity. Creates the conditions in which democracy and respect for human rights may flourish. 3. There is now a worldwide market for companies and customers who have access to products of different countries. 5. There is more influx of information between two countries which do not have anything in common between them. 5. There is cultural intermingling and each country is learning more about other cultures. 6. Since we share financial interests, corporations and governments are trying to sort out ecological programs for each other. 7. We become more open and tolerant towards other people and people who live in the other part of the world are not considered aliens. Sharing technology with developing nations will help them progress. Transnational companies investing and installing plants in other countries provide employment for the people in those countries, often getting them out of poverty. These are the cons of globalization. It makes the rich richer while making the non-rich poorer. In developed countries, the jobs are lost and transferred to lower-cost countries. Large multinational corporations have the ability to exploit tax havens in other countries to avoid paying taxes. Multinational corporations are increasingly influencing political decisions. It can lead to the incursion of communicable diseases. And last but not least, globalization has led to explosion of labor. Prisoners and child workers are used to work in inhumane conditions. Safety standards are ignored to produce cheap goods. This is also an increase in human trafficking. To become global, you can begin to being open-minded to other cultures by reading books and traveling. You can also help globalization by researching and buying products of contracting services by other countries or communities, or even offering your own products or service across a global platform such as internet or social media accounts.